Sagittarius, how are you? I hope this finds you well. So we are going to be doing your next person coming towards you in love reading and everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or scheduling your personal readings, Patreon, or the tarot course. All of that is in the description box below for you. All right, let's take a look and see what is going on for you. All right, Sagittarius. All right, we have the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Wands. I definitely feel like there's a lot of chemistry, attraction, a very magnetic energy here, but for some of you, we'll have to see. Either you're not fully trusting it, okay? There's something about it that could just feel a little off. Or somebody, there could be a very strong magnetic chemistry here, but I feel like somebody may not be being 100% upfront with you, or genuine about their intentions. That there's something that they are not sharing with you here is kind of how that's coming through. Some of you could be a fire sign or an Aquarius. How is this person viewing Sagittarius? We have the Eight of Cups. Some of you, either, they could be viewing you as somebody that they had to pull their energy back from. Maybe they walked away from you. Or for others of you, I feel like maybe they put you in a position, and what I mean by that is with their actions and behaviors to have to pull your energy back or walk away from them. I definitely feel like that situation is on their mind here. This does feel like a past energy to me. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So we have two eights. This indicates to me that this may be somebody that you have been in a cycle with, Sagittarius. And the eights can represent, very cyclical energy. So I do feel that here. The Eight of Pentacles as feeling somebody could want to work on things here with you. Maybe you're not fully trusting that. We have the High Priestess here. You could feel like this is a very spiritual connection. Some of you, maybe that is what has made it. So whether it's like you view this person as a soulmate or a twin flame, maybe that is why for some of you, you've had a hard time fully, ending this cycle here, and why it kind of keeps coming back around. It's because you do feel like it's a very spiritual connection. What is this person's intention? We have the Ten of Wands. I'm going to be honest with you, Sagittarius. To me, I do feel like somebody may not be in the best situation, because I almost feel like somebody is wanting to move towards you here. And I feel like this is probably why you don't trust it, because I feel like some of you are wondering. I'm not going to say that this person is using you, Sagittarius, although some of you may say that, some of you may feel that way, but it definitely does kind of feel like somebody may be going through a lot or experiencing some very hard times, and I do feel like some of those could be self-inflicted. Now, not all of them. Sometimes we cannot help the things that happen to us, right? Sometimes things just happen that are out of our control. But sometimes our actions or lack of actions do cause hardships for ourselves. And I definitely feel like maybe this person is experiencing some of both of those, right? Maybe some things out of their control and some things that they could have done something with or about here. Either way, it definitely feels like it's like somebody's wanting to work on things with you because they're wanting, whether it's your energy, whether it's your support, whether it's your help in one way or another. Some of you guys, it could be a Capricorn. I see the devil energy here at the bottom of the deck. Some of you could just be it could be representing a very codependent energy here. This person could feel restricted by something, whether that is like, this could be like them, and this could be a lot of different things, right? So maybe this person feels like they can't take care of something or help themselves because whether it's like a disability or whether it is, you know, they don't have a resource or they don't have a specific skill. There's something here where this person feels like they're restricted by something here. Now, this maybe is just a pessimistic energy. Maybe this person always just feels like, you know, it's like playing the victim a little bit, right? Okay, the challenge, we have the Two of Swords. So to me, this is a couple different things. One, this definitely could indicate that you are going to have a decision to make, Sagittarius. So somebody is moving back towards you, and I do feel like there's something that feels off about it. You don't fully trust it. And this is probably why here. You know, especially that High Priestess that we saw where I said I felt like you could feel like this is a spiritual connection. The High Priestess does also talk about our intuition, and I feel like Spirit is asking you to trust your intuition when it comes to this person. Because it looks like there is something here that they're wanting you for that's not just because they love you and want the connection, right? There's something that they are wanting your energy, your help, your support with here. And the Two of Swords can indicate, one, that you will have a decision to make. The Two of Swords can also indicate that this may be something that, you know, kind of keeps you stuck. The Two of Swords can be kind of a stuck or stagnant energy. Maybe it's hard for you to thrive and do the things that you want to do and are in your life, because I feel like you could be very affected by this person and their energy here. I would also say the Two of Swords sometimes can be an energy of, you know, being in denial. And in the Two of Swords, she has her blindfold on and her arms crossed. So it's like, I don't know what to do. I can't see. But her hands are not bound. She could just set the swords down and take the blindfold off, and then she could see just fine. So she's not doing that because she doesn't want to see. So sometimes that Two of Swords can represent when we know something deep down, but we don't want to admit it or we don't want to look at it. And I kind of feel like that here. For some of you Sagittarius, you already kind of know what it is with this person, but it's painful to look at that, right? We've all been there. What are their next actions? What is this person's next actions and behaviors towards Sagittarius? We have the Four of Pentacles. Some of you could have Capricorn in your chart or be dealing with a Capricorn. I do also see Pisces, Aquarius. I see Aries, Leo, Sag, Virgo, Sagittarius, Libra. I just heard Leo for some of you. So the Four of Pentacles energy as their next actions, it feels like holding on to you. It really does. But, you know, the Four of Pentacles can be, I don't want to say it's a desperate energy, but it's a very, very cautious energy. It can be a little bit of a desperate energy. You know, the Four of Pentacles is holding on to every coin he has because there's a concern, you know. They're very worried about lack. So with this Four of Pentacles energy, I definitely feel like somebody's holding on to you. And it's coming from a very fearful place. Potential outcome. We have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands definitely could look like a reunion here to me, or stepping into a new chapter together. So some of you may decide to reunite with this person even if your intuition is telling you otherwise. Now, we are not bound to any outcome. Okay, we are not bound to any outcome. And the outcomes in tarot are not set in stone, right? They shift as our energy shifts. The whole point of tarot is to see where we are and where that leads. So if we don't like where it leads, we can shift something about where we are and what our energy is, what our actions are, so that it can lead somewhere else. It gets a little more complicated when we don't have control over other people's actions and things. but you're not bound by any outcome here, and that's what I really want you to know. So just because this says this for some of you does not mean that you have to. Now, some of you may, because you do feel a spiritual connection for this person, and for some of you, I almost want to say that you could feel an obligation, and that could come, whether that's because of whatever restriction that this person has. I think you guys have really big, beautiful hearts, so some of you could, just feel like obligated to reconnect or obligated to help this person for those types of reasons. But just because it says this doesn't mean that you have to do that. Just want to put that out there. All right, but that's what I have for you. So I do hope that this helps. And if you have any comments or questions, just go ahead and put them in the comments down below. If you want personal prayers for any reason, just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. But if this is where we part, thank you for being here with me, and I will see you next time.